Hello and welcome back to the Euorpa League today for game week number 4. We have another batch of games today, starting off today.
Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan 10 at checkout. Peace.
Today, in an hour and a half, as you're watching this, is Besiktas versus Malmo. Now, I'm going to do that for Champions League and just save the scores because otherwise it's just going to be a pain in the backside and I'm going to be editing all day and I'm going to be editing all day. So, Besiktas are good, Malmo are equally good as well. And I'm going to say in this game, in Turkey, in Besiktas, it's going to be Besiktas 2, Malmo 1. Now we move to Thursday's games and to the 5:45. It's starting off in Germany for Eintracht Frankfurt versus Slavia Prague. Now, I do think Slavia Prague are Frankfurt, as we know, are a very, very, very good German team. And as we know, Slavia are very good as well. But I think that Eintracht Frankfurt will have too much. I think Frankfurt 2, Slavia Prague 0. And we go from Germany back to Turkey for Olympiacos versus Rangers. Now, as we know, Olympiacos are a very good team. But Rangers are also very good as well. Rangers are good, as we know. Rangers are very good. But I do think that this game could be a very, very close game here. I'm going to go Olympiacos 2, Rangers 2. My first draw of the game week, staying in Turkey for Galatasaray versus Tottenham Hotspur. Now, this is probably the game, one of the games of the week, because as we know, these two teams are, Spurs, very inconsistent, but they did win their last outing in the league, and they did win their last Europa League game as well. But Galatasaray, as we know, are a very good team. In that stadium, they are a force to be reckoned. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw between Galatasaray and Tottenham Hotspur. As we know, that Galatasaray Arena is a fortress to go to. And we go to Bodo Glittens versus Karabakh. Now, I'm going to say again, I'm going to go with a dead one of a 0-0 draw. I think it'll be dead. I think it'll be very dead. A 0-0 draw between these two teams. Now we go to Union St. Gilles versus Roma. As we know, AS Roma have won this competition before. They won a European trophy before in the last couple of years. As we know, they are a very good footballing team. However, St. Gilles are good as well, but we have to go Rangers. You have to go Roma. 3-1 Roma in this game. Now we move to Lugogolex versus Athletic Club de Bilbao. Now, and in this one, I'm gonna say it will be one of those games that could go any way here. I'm gonna go Lugogolex 1. Athletic Bilbao 1. And we now move to Nice versus FC 20. Now, as we know, Nice and Twente are very good in this competition, but Nice also good, as we know. Twente are good as well. I'm going to go with 2-2 draw between FC Twente and Nice. Now we move to FC Stade Bucharest versus Midtjylland. Now, as we know, this Stade Bucharest are. I mean, to be fair, they did put on a surprise in their last game, however. And Midtjylland, again, are very good as well. Over 2-1 win to Midtjylland. And we now move to our last game our last 5:45 game is in Elfsborg for Elfsborg versus Sporting Cluj de Blagajach. Yes. I'm going to say this. Yes, we could be in for very much of goals in this game here. I'm going to say Elfsborg 1, Sporting Cluj de Prague 2. We now move to our 8 o'clock games and starting in Manchester for Manchester United versus PAOK. In Waldman Nistelrooy's only European game before Ruben Amorim comes in. We'll get on to Amorim in the first game week back after the break. And PAOK, I mean, we have to win this game. We have to win this game. We haven't won a single game in the Europa League this season. Not a single one in the Europa League. We have to win this game. I'm going to Manchester United 4, PAOK 0. We go from Manchester to Ajax and to Netherlands for Ajax versus Maccabi Tel Aviv. We now got Ajax off, but it's just like Ajax playing well. But so they will play well. 3-1 to Ajax in this game, and we go to Italy for Lazio versus Porto now. Another good game. All the 8 o'clock games are providing good games. Well, I mean, not about a game, but yeah. Lazio Porto. I'm going to go Porto. I'm going to go Lazio 2, Porto 2 in this game. I move to AZ Alkmaar versus Fenerbahce. And Fenerbahce got a point against Manchester United in Turkey under Jose Mourinho, who, as we know, is a very good manager. It was an AZ team in AZ. In Netherlands, I'm gonna go with AZ Alkmaar. I'm gonna go with AZ Alkmaar 1, Fenerbahce 3. They're gonna now go to Victoria Plain versus Real Sociedad. And in this game, I'm gonna say, I think Sociedad win this game by 2-0. I mean, I move to Hoffenheim versus Lyon. Hoffenheim versus Olympic Lyonnais, and I'm going to say it could be an interesting game of 2-2 between Hoffenheim and Olympic Lyonnais. We now go to our penultimate game of the game week, which is Dynamo Kiev versus Ferencváros. Now, as we know how good these teams are, I do not know. These last two games aren't the best of the game week, to be honest. No the last two games on my sheet of paper, but yeah. And I'm going to say a 2-2 draw in this game, and we move to RFS versus Anderlecht. Now, as we know, Anderlecht, probably Anderlecht the only team in that game are going to 3-0 to Anderlecht in this game, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will bring match day and game week 4 to an end of the Europa League. Stay tuned, because we have got on Friday for you game week number 11 of the Premier League. Until then, boys, what will happen in the Champions, what will happen in the Europa League. Will Man United finally get wins on the board? And will we have a clear people going through, or will we have a bit more servity? Find all that out in the next Europa League one. And still then, boys, I will see you lot on Friday for Premier League 11. Goodbye.